presented for consideration.
Okay, I think that would be
That
important.
can influence cost.
Sure.
So we would want to be able to see how exactly what type of rate increase is associated with it, but that's a very good question.
I have a question to add to that. If it's portable, it should not cost any more money. I mean, I have Aflac, I took it from one employee, took it myself, and didn't go up a dime. And to me, it really needs to be portable.
Yeah,
No matter
that's,
where they go, they
Right.
should have it at no additional cost.
yeah.
And those issues, I mean, those are good points that you're
That's where
raising,
I'm
and
trying
those
to
things
put
were
word,
discussed, those
portable.
types of items were discussed.
We
So,
don't,
yes.
we don't know, there will be increased cost, it might be cheaper.
It may be, yeah.
Fine, got
But I
it.
think we should
Well,
definitely look into it, because that's the word I was looking for, was portable, making sure that it does
Right.
transfer
Well,
and
I
go
mean,
with
people sign up.
the individual themselves, whether they're
Did you say so?
a county employee for the next 20, 25 years, or whether, next month they move on. I think that that's something that the individual should have that option.
If they move on, we're not gonna provide coverage for them, or we're not gonna.
No, but I'm saying this is their own,
Private.
their private insurance is what I'm talking
They
about.
can take it, but we're not gonna manage it.
Well, no, we wouldn't. We wouldn't be managing
But they
it
can
anyway.
take it, yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't be managing it anyway.
Well,
What's
every
smart?
insurance don't cover it.
Well,
You done a cost analysis on this?
No, we did a request for qualifications, so,
That's all.
yes, that's what
what's
we.
gonna happen is, there was 5 people that put bids into this, and we selected, if the group decides to select Lacey West, they'll come in here and they'll shop the insurance for every employee and try to get the most benefits at less cost.
Right.
That's all we're doing.
Oh, they are
It's
brokers.
finding
Yeah,
someone to
that's
broker.
what
They're a broker.
We're looking for a broker, that's
That's
right.
all it is.
That's
There's
exactly
no money, no price, we don't know what nothing's gonna be.
Right.
Can we see the data on the others that gave information on this?
Certainly. But I mean, I'm just telling you, this is, it wasn't, we're not comparing policy to policy, price to price. This is based on experience and ability to provide a service and that kind of thing.
This is a broker, and there's no data to show you, unless you knew exactly how many people's gonna sign up. They can't tell you what the price is gonna be till you know that everything.
What would it cost, I mean, if you got a company that, just says, got 10,000 individuals, and then one got 5,000, wouldn't the one with the 10,000 be cheaper? Mr. Martin?
I mean, maybe, and that's not necessarily, I don't know that that's always
Mr. Britt,
the automatic answer.
I think one of the major things that was considered in this, by having a local broker to look at it, Dr. Mungoins, was if you're an employee and you got human resource trying to answer you a question, that local broker directly communicates, comes to you right here locally, and human resources or whoever is a step removed, because they're not the best one to make the answer to the questions, and you're having to filter through and may miss it. So direct communication, I think, was an important factor.
And that may be, and I think they're a great company, I have a problem, but I heard they were going out of business or going someplace else.
And
Now,
that's,
I didn't know they were
and
staying.
that's not true.
that's false. That
Okay, so
information,
that would be my concern.
that was false. I checked into it myself, because they've got all my insurance.
Okay, that was
And
my.
that brought it to my attention when I heard about it.
And I think the word, when you say third party, you make, to me, it looked like if they're a third party, service. They are not. If you say they're a broker, I mean, that can be any insurance company can give you anything. And that's not always a good thing for our people. Because you're right, you can't tell us anything about the cost. We have no clue. If you accept them, the only cost that they're gonna get is what this company's gonna give them this year. And that's not always the best thing. I mean, if I have a cancer policy, it's portable, number one. I may not pay but $23 a year, and I've been paying it for the last 20 years. It hasn't changed. Dental, for who? The county doesn't give dental for our folks?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so they can get it with Physician Mutual on the news, on the advertisement, they'll give it to you for $12. So, I mean, we have to do due diligence to do right for our people if we're gonna do it. Because otherwise, we setting up this company for fail. We don't wanna do that either. We
No,
wanna
no.
make sure that, yeah, when they set up well, if they just a broker, it doesn't matter. They can get 1 or get 10, doesn't matter. If they're brokers.
The way I understand this is, is that, HR and finance and everybody have been meeting with all our employees, and what we're trying to do is one shopping. It ain't no more injustice, and it's probably, we're doing our employees better today than we did yesterday. Because you had all these insurance companies just coming in here and whatever they wanna charge you can. Now we're hiring a company to come in here and shop what the employees want. So it's
And to present that information back to the county.
Because I'll tell you, I'm gonna use the school board. They have more employees. And they had the same thing, somebody come in and they looked at the data and who can get the best, give them the best quality and cost.
Right.
But they had data.
They do the same thing we're getting ready to do if we decide to do it.
Well, you say they had no data though.
You can't get data until you have numbers.
We did inquire.
If you have 100 employees and 100 employees wants 100 different policies, you can't get no data until they sign up. And we're trying to get someone to one shop it so people can sign up to see what they do want.
No, you want to say what they're gonna cost them after the fact. I'm saying before the fact. So that's the data. If they've been doing this, if they have given other employees a cost, then that data is out there.
And
The
Mr. Chair.
cost cannot be given until you have exact numbers.
Trust me,
Mr.
that's not
Chairman.
true.
Well, trust me, it is true.
Oh, it's not.
Do
You
you-
may not.
How can I give you an estimate if I don't know what you want?
Well,
How
you-
they know?
Mr. Chairman,
You can look at that track record.
you may recall, we did
ahead.
inquire about that type of information,
Uh-huh.
Mr. Cogdale, Mr. Britt, Mr. Gooden, and Mr. Peterson may recall this. And we did receive responses from several of the companies. I know two in particular chose to provide examples of cost.
Example.
One did not, and it's because of the apples to oranges type
Understand
issue.
that.
So, and that's what I'm saying, we received multiple, there are multiple options for dental insurance, for instance. And so based on the level of coverage, it influences the price. So that's what I was saying as far as, prices can vary. But the companies that did provide information, and Lacey West was one, they were all in the same ballpark.
Well, with this too, I know we're sitting here going around the circle. We sitting here and all those commissioners gonna have to make a decision on what we get ready to do tonight. And some is pushing Dallas, some is saying we got logistics and all this. Why don't you just let all the other commissioners take a look at the work, what you got, the information you got, whatever is available. Then come back at the next meeting and just vote whichever way you're gonna vote. But let everybody have a chance to view what you do have. Because when I read that packet, they are very detailed, but and I tried to make
But
the
Mike,
best I could.
Greg, you wanted the same thing that Dr. Philman Goins asked for, and they're not gonna provide it for you.
But
Like Greg said, if they give you a number, it doesn't mean a thing.
But still, even with that, Ms. Peterson, what I'm saying, you had a meeting last Tuesday, and I had to be at another meeting. I asked for that information particularly. I'm the one who asked for it. I have not seen it. I asked for it, so I could make a decision, see what the deal was on it. But I didn't get a chance to see it. I would love to see it myself, because I asked for it. I never got a chance to look at it.
I didn't realize you had
You never give it to me. I never seen it. And I asked for the information. I'm the one that requested that we do that. I never seen it. And the only thing I'm saying, let me see it.
Certainly, I
Let
didn't realize you
everybody
had
else see it.
some.
Then we'll be done with it.
I'd like to see whatever you have, and Mr. Chair, I'll say this. I had to purchase my insurance for dental for this year, because Delta dental insurance for the military, for retirees, is no longer available for us. So what they sent us a link, and we looked and we compared 6 companies at a reasonable cost. It didn't say exactly what they're gonna give me, it tells me what it covered, how much it'll cost me for this coverage. At least that gives me an idea. If the way you're telling me, these folks can say, yes, I'll take this dental policy for $30 a month, and all it's gonna do is clean, you might as well wait, because you can get your 2 cleanings for $60 or $80. You don't need that policy. But it does say that, yes, we'll cover your 2 cleanings, your evaluation or your exam. We'll also do your panorex or x-rays. It'll also include a cap for this amount, or your deductible for this amount. That's all I'm asking for. That's the data I'm talking about.
And I don't know that they can provide you all that. It depends on the number of employees is what I'm trying to tell you.
Well,
How you get that data.
I'm back to the same
He sent
question.
the thing, Teresa's got the data, and there was hardly any difference in it.
But this, the only thing I'm asking is being so disillusioned.
And it's basically gonna be the same companies that got insurance with now, it's not gonna be new companies.
Well, this, let us see it then, and this we done with.
I'd like to see that.
I'm just saying, you know, that's a good question, just see what you got.
Well, Mike, you could've easily called Greg and got it before now.
We're not, Mr. Peterson,
I mean,
I
you
knew,
pick up the phone.
I'm not trying to be contrary, but when I talked about this information,
If I would've
I
been
knew
that
it was
important
gonna
to
be-
me, I would've called Greg and asked
but it was gonna be a
what the
meeting
information
too.
was.
I did not know we was gonna make a decision on this until I seen the agenda. I didn't know it was gonna be an action item until I seen the agenda. It came out Friday. I didn't think we were gonna vote on it. I thought we were gonna come at the commission and present the information to all of us. That's what I thought, you know, but maybe I made
When
a
you
error on
see the
that.
starter, it means you vote on it.
That's what I'm saying. I just seen that Friday.
You
When it
could
came
call
out
it your
Friday.
name, dog. What's the pleasure of the board?
I'd like to see the data and whatever information you have available, that I can look at and make a reasonable decision. Education.
Is this the only local insurance agency that has, been willing to do this for us?
Yeah, the only one that provided a,
They're the only ones.
now, Mr. Eddie Nye was, I'm not sure what his affiliation with is, but he was, I know he has some relationship with Pierce.
What about Farm Bureau and?
Can we hear
They
from,
don't do it.
can we hear from, is he willing to come and present to
We've
the
already
board?
had the
I mean, that,
presentation.
yeah, we had a.
Most times when
the
you get a
committee that
committee
had
to
4
listen,
commissioners on it.
if you have questions, you call the commissioners that are on the committee. It's chosen not to do it as a whole board, to do it as groups. And Mr. Cogdell, Ray, and myself and David were on that group.
And the only,
Okay, and so y'all heard,
and the only
from
thing,
them.
and the only thing I asked was one question before we left, was to do a cost analysis, a comparison of costs, and to make that available.
But it's not about cost, it's about hiring someone to manage the healthcare system for the Bladen County employees. It is not about cost. The
What's the
cost
length
was
of
never
this
in the
contract?
1
RFQ.
year.
1 year?
And I mean, we don't have the this is just to select it to move forward. We didn't know, you know, what kind of.
There is no
Well, I
Challenge
cost
we
in the
run
guess,
into that.
RFQ.
well, what I mean is,
Whatever.
if I make a motion to consider Lacey West as our agent, then for the next year, they're the ones who we're gonna deal with directly. We're not gonna deal with Eddie, we're not gonna deal with, you know, State Farm.
Actually, the action tonight would just be, that would give us direction that we need to prepare a contract to come back to you for consideration. It wouldn't be,
But it would then exclude anyone else.
right, it would let us know we need to move in that
Take
direction.
everybody else out.
Right.
Excuse me, you're saying what, if you vote on today, what happens?
The thing that, what we were asking for tonight was direction to move, or authorization to move forward with Lacey West in preparing a contract to come back to you for consideration. There's not,
Don't
we
know
weren't,
what it
there was
is.
no
I
formal.
can't- And for me, I don't have any information other than a name of a company, and that's it.
But
As a
one
broker, they
question,
should
Mr.
get some information.
This is Mr. Martin, you say you bring it back to us for consideration. Are there any constraints that we have to have done by this meeting? Is there any reason why we have to
I
have it done?
don't, we had hoped to try to get things moving, when we first started this process back in the summer, to try to have things in place for this upcoming year. I'm not sure that that's necessarily
Would
feasible
2
now,
weeks
so.
be a major problem?
I don't know that I'm not
From
sure
your
that it will.
perspective, you can manage
Yeah,
it.
well,
Would it be
the
a major
open
problem?
enrollment time is October. Is that correct? Yeah, generally is in October, so, I don't want that to be necessarily an influencing factor in your decision. We're not trying to rush you to anything.
Medicare is not until later, they go into effect in January. If you try to get it in effect in October, then you gotta open it now.
Well, no, it's for January.
Okay, they're not open until, late October, October 15th.
Open enrollment.
Open enrollment is October for,
Okay.
I know for health insurance.
I just asked
Right,
a
so
question.
we have time, so.
Do you have to do it today, or could you do it?
I'd like to have some
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that's fine.
I didn't know we was in a
What's the
time.
pleasure of the board?
I make a motion that we delay it until information can be reviewed by all commissioners to make a decision.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Cogdell, second by Dr. Hopefield, one goes, any discussion?
I got a discussion, question. Mr. Martin, what kind of information you gonna be able to submit and send out?
I guess the proposals that we received.
But
Is
it
that what
has
you're asking
nothing to
for?
do with cost, people, that's what I'm trying
I
to
mean, I'm
tell you.
just saying, that's the only
Cost is
information I
not
have.
part of what we're trying to do tonight.
That's why I asked the question, because
Yeah.
I didn't know what you're gonna be able to send out.
The
And
proposals is all I know.
the only reason why I'm, a little hesitant of just moving forward with Lacey West is because if there are any other insurance agencies in this area that are able to give better quotes, then I would like to be able to hear those. I was
There-
not aware that there was another board, so I would just wanna take a recommendation of the board, the people that were appointed on that board. And if they've
Mr. Chairman.
recommended
I know.
Lacey West.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. What the, I don't understand.
Mr. Bullock,
What the
you,
discussion
you,
is.
you mentioned that there is no cost involved, but I'm asking this for my own benefit. If I'm a broker and you're a broker, I could charge the employee $5 to do
a
whatever.
broker gets paid by the insurance he writes.
Right.
So it doesn't matter what the cost is, he's gonna get whatever the policy pays is where he's gonna get paid, the broker.
The only reason, Mr.
He
Peter,
can't raise the price on it.
Mr. Peter, the only reason I made the motion in the form that I made
Well,
it
you-
was I had just asked Mr. Martin whether or not he had the information. He said yes, he didn't know I had seen it. So just give the information to it, then it's over and done.
That's right.
What I'm,
I
all
asked
I'm
him-
trying to tell you is, the only thing he can show you is the RFQ.
Well, let
There's
us
no
know.
cost.
But
I'll
he
show
got
those
that-
emails, we'll show those.
Well, he got
those
that
emails
cost
that
that
we
he
So
was
sent.
talking about.
But I mean,
you can't go, that's not concrete.
No, I know it's not.
But
It was
still,
just-
if we want to see.
All right, question, all in
let's
favor
see it.
of tabling it next meeting, say aye.
Let's see
All
it.
opposed, say aye. Aye.
Let's see it next meeting.
Individual delegation, wait a minute, Greg, got one more, I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Just wanted to bring this to your attention. I don't know what type of direction you want to take, but the county has been, or all 100 counties have been requested, by the North Carolina National Guard to contribute to a World War I monument construction project. One thing they're asking is $1,000 plus soil samples, or
8 ounces.
8 ounces of soil. And I didn't know what you want to do, but I didn't want you to be at another meeting in another county talk about, and you didn't know about it, so we wanted to bring it to your attention.
Mr. Martin?
Yes, sir.
They're looking for names of these soldiers, right? Names?
They're looking for $1,000.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I ain't said a thing about that.
And some
I
dirt.
mean,
I ain't said a thing about names.
What about big buildings?
France and Raleigh,
And France and Raleigh.
France and Raleigh.
Anybody interested in giving $1,000? I'm
No,
not.
I ain't got nothing, I gotta get insurance straight now.
Leave it on top shelf, Greg.
Thank you.
Individual delegation wish to address the commission. Any commissioner have anything? Entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Ah.
You know, I come here.